What is up, man? We are back in black in the building. Shout out to everybody out there. I'm your boy 1G, the place to be. Been clowning sucker free since 2003. Welcome to the No I Don't Know podcast. Whatever the hell y'all want to call it. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to my brother Dave from No Compromise, my brother James Youngblood, Shawnee, Erica, Tasha, my homegirl Jerica, Lena. Time, everybody out there, man. Everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. How was their weekend? Did y'all go to everybody in Las Vegas, Nevada? Did y'all go to the Raiders game? Niggas was complaining. Niggas was complaining, right? Niggas at the gas station complaining about the gas shit. I was like, hey, but we got a Raiders stadium though. It was a whole bunch of niggas like, man, fuck the Raiders. I was rolling, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. James Youngblood, Dave No Compromise. We definitely got to do it. I was thinking maybe either this Wednesday or maybe this weekend we can get in a live, man, and kind of recap all the shit that, just been discussed. But today we're going to talk about LaFonza Butler. And today's title is Mammy Imagery 2023. Let's get it. Hey. Man. I'm trying to see if I can find some, let's see, audio. Let's see if we can find something on, what was it? Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can get. Let's see. Who Gavin Newsom appointed. So we gonna get into it, man. Let's see if we can find some. Cause Dianne Feinstein been there for about what? 250 years? Oh, my bad. So no, we don't do commercials on this motherfucker. We won't get paid for that shit. But we gonna see what they had to say about all this other shit. Let's see if it's some real shit or some sucker shit. Because I find this very interesting about this. I got a whole take on this shit. So I'm just trying to see what the fuck they gonna say about it. Because you know how they do. They get black once it's time for voting. Once it's time to go against Trump or whoever the opposition is, then all of a sudden everybody black again. So we gonna get it.
Dianne Feinstein emerged on the national stage after a 1978 tragedy in San Francisco.
Mayor Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk
She was 90
have been
years old.
shot and killed.
After the assassinations, Feinstein was sworn in as the first female mayor of the city by the Bay. Mayor Feinstein quickly got the attention of the National Democratic Party, landing on a short list of VP candidates for Walter Mondale in 1984.
We will take back our unity.
Feinstein made it to Washington when she won a special election in 1992 and went to the nation's capital with Barbara Boxer as California's first female senators.
I won among men, I won among women, I won in every age level.
Because you're a white
won in every
minority.
ethnic
That's what
group.
you are. You're
now,
a minority.
What that says
Stop.
is that, to me, the fact that I'm a...
Look, she's a minority. White women are minorities. Y'all didn't know that. You better go read Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson.
Woman is there, but it's incidental.
The assassinations that made her a mayor also made her an outspoken advocate for gun control. Feinstein was crucial in passing the
Guns don't kill people. People with guns kill people. Stop. Guns don't just load themselves with the ammunition and got legs and walk out there and just start discharging bullets. Stop.
1994 federal ban on assault weapons.
I've seen assassination, I've seen killing, I've been a mayor, I know what these...
And we've seen killing too when y'all flooded the black neighborhoods with crack cocaine. You and your buddy Oliver North and the Bushes and everybody else. So stop.
Guns can do.
But Diane,
why
I'm
is it
telling
every
you-
man comes before me and says, nice lady, you really don't know?
She was unsuccessful in renewing the legislation in 2004. But she didn't give up, resurfacing the bill after the Sandy Hook massacre and going toe-to-toe with conservative
False flag.
Senator Ted Cruz.
I was a mayor for 9 years. I walked in, I saw
And
people shot. I've looked at bodies that have been shot with these weapons.
so have black folk looked at black bodies when bombs were dropped on us. Bombs were dropped on us in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and in Rosewood. So what does that got to do with anything? Stop.
She was the first female member of the Senate Judiciary Committee and the first woman to lead the Senate Intelligence Committee. Considered a moderate Democrat, she often challenged her own.
The biggest racist white supremacist on this planet. Done. I spare me the dossier of this lady. Yeah, I don't want to hear that. Stop. You in office for 80 years and ain't did shit to help black folks. So I don't give a fuck about that shit. Let's see. They ain't talking about your girl though. LaFonza, whatever the fuck her name is. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if they're going to give us some audio on this lady. They got all these articles, but they ain't got no audio. So we're going to see, because I'm very interested to give my take on LaFonza Butler, or whatever the fuck her name is. I think this is Mammy Imagery, and I'm going to get into it after all these bullshit-ass commercials, because I'm not playing no fucking commercials on my shit. These niggas don't pay us for this. Fuck out of here. So, nah, we're not doing all that. And I just find it quite interesting. We don't even know who this lady is. What has she done? Oh, here we go.
Inside the Senate chambers right now, this is where LaFonza Butler is about to be sworn in by Vice President and former California Senator Kamala Harris. Butler is taking the seat held by Dianne Feinstein for more than 30 years. She was appointed by Governor Newsom on Sunday. I can see it looks like LaFonza Butler and the group is coming in, and the vice president is now walking into the chambers right now. So this ceremony taking place very short.
I can't wait. I'm going to let y'all know exactly what I feel about this. Just let me play this real quick.
From now, are we going to stay with this? So once again, LaFonza Butler is about to be sworn in by Vice President and former California Senator Kamala Harris. Butler is taking the seat held by Dianne Feinstein for more than 30 years. Of course, last week, the late Senator, U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein passed away. It looks like the Vice President is now speaking, so let's listen in.
Term created by the death of the late Senator Dianne Feinstein of the state of California. The certificate, the chair is advised, is in the form suggested by the Senate. Hearing no objection, the reading of the certificate will be waived and it will be printed in full in the record. If the senator designate will now present herself at the desk, the chair will administer the oath of office.
Oh, God. Y'all need to... Did y'all watch this shit? This is some sucker theater shit. For real. Wow. Boy, they be putting on the show, don't they?
Repeat after me. Or say, do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which you are about to enter, so help you God.
I will.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
And you're watching history being made. It's official. California has a new senator. Laphonza Butler now being sworn in, signing in as the new U.S. Senator from the great state of California, being sworn in by the Vice President. Kamala Harris, also from California. She was flanked by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Alex Padilla, also the U.S. Senator from California. She is once again breaking barriers. Butler is. She is the first openly gay person to represent the California in the Senate. Butler will only be the only black woman in the Senate. She is no stranger to politics, though. Butler recently led the group Emily's List that works to elect candidates who support abortion rights. She has also served as advisors to both Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris. Once again, Laphonza Butler becoming the next U.S. Senator from the state of California.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Here, let's see. Let me see what. Okay, let me see what they got. Hold on, let's see. Oh, Shay Franco Clausen said she has been waiting a long time for someone like Laphonza Butler to rise to one of the highest positions in U.S. government as a California native and a gay Afro-Latina woman. Franco Clausen says she is happy to see someone who understands the struggle of her communities take up the mantle from the late Senator Dianne Feinstein. Dianne Feinstein ain't give a shit about no goddamn LGBTQ elemental PXYZ. It's about time, Franco Clausen, co-chair of the National Black Justice Coalition. What? How you gonna be Afro-Latino and be the co-chair of the National Black Justice Coalition? Good Trouble Network. Oh, Lord, no wonder. Good Trouble. And an initiative that aims to advance policies that benefit the black LGBTQ elemental PXYZ. Right. Last week, Butler made history by becoming the first known black lesbian woman appointed to Congress. She is currently the only black woman serving in the Senate and the third ever to serve in the chamber. As if to underscore the historic nature of the moment, Vice President Mammy Harris, who herself served as the country's second black female. Okay, that's it. I'm done. All right. Hold on. Let's see. Herself served as the country's second black female senator until she resigned to become the first female vice president of the U.S. administered the oath of office to Butler as she stood next to her wife. Oh, Lord Jesus. Butler herself has not centered her race or sexuality in public statements about her appointment to fill Feinstein's seat, but Franco Clausen says she hopes the California Senator will usher in a new era of representation. She's the only one. She's the first, Franco Clausen said. I'm very excited because her being the first means that I can be there too. That's what it says to little black girls that are queer identifying or non. Oh, Lord Jesus. All right. I'm done. All right. Here we go. Now, this is my take on it. First, she is going to do nothing for foundational black Americans in that seat. She's going to do the same shit that Dianne Feinstein did. Not a goddamn thing. So let's just get that out there. Gavin Newsom and Kamala Harris and them, they put her there for political Mammy imagery. They don't give a fuck about no black folk. They have yet to give us a black agenda, and they're still giving us symbolism. When are we gonna wake up? Everybody should be like, hey, we don't give a fuck about who you point. You keep pointing people that ain't doing shit for us. Kamala hasn't done anything for black folk. She identifies as an East Indian when she's in the Oval Office. She identifies as black. And this LGBTQ LMNOP XYZ is only going to be pushing LGBTQ LMNOP XYZ agendas. It ain't going to have nothing to do with no black foundational black Americans. This is all a farce in Mammy imagery. And I'm sick of watching this shit. That's why I just be like, oh my God. I'm sick of, like, California should be ashamed of themselves. Are y'all that dumb in California that y'all just go with anything? Fuck Gavin Newsom and fuck anybody else who ain't giving y'all a political black agenda for foundational black Americans. Not Latinos, not Afro-Latino, not Dominicans, not Puerto Ricans, none of that bullshit. That's the problem. Every time we look up, they giving you symbolism. I keep telling y'all, I like my racist blunt and upfront. I don't like covert racism. We deal with that enough at the goddamn corporate plantation. I'd rather deal with all dominant society people that's gonna sit at the table and tell me what they ain't gonna do for me and what they are than motherfuckers talking about, well, you got a black senator. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn black senator. And that ain't making no history for no black folk. Are you fucking kidding me? All she's gonna do is carry on the agenda of the dominant society of what they want her to do. Be a goddamn mammy in office. Be a LGBTQ, LMNOP, XYZ mammy. That's all that shit is. That's why ain't nobody talking about that shit. Hey, where was y'all at when I played that clip of CNN when they was talking about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's approval rating? That shit was like at 25-30%. It's worse than Obama's. They just trying to figure out, you know what they're doing? David, James Youngblood, tell me if I'm wrong. You know what they're doing? They're trying to give black folk as much imagery without giving us any type of tangibles. That's what I feel like they doing. They're like, okay, well, let's find a nigga. Okay, we're gonna port this, because this will go over with women voters. But a lot of foundational black American women are starting to wake up and see that, hey, this is a farce and y'all not doing shit for us. We struggling. Gas is $7 a gallon in LA. It's $6 a gallon out here in Las Vegas. And we gotta compete with immigrants, mammies, Sambos, tethers. You know how hard it is for foundational black Americans in the city of Las Vegas to get you a decent paying job so you can pay your bills? Man, black folk in Los Angeles, in LA, or in Vegas are struggling. I'm not saying we're not struggling everywhere else. I can't speak everywhere else, but out here, these two cities, major metropolises, we are struggling big time. And giving us imagery ain't doing nothing but giving us delayed disappointment. A farce, false hope. That's what you're doing. As I told people that 94 crime bill Joe Biden and Kamala was going to do the whole damn time. Motherfucker was like, oh, you and vote, you can't complain. Nigga, my taxes tell me different. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. As they taking taxes out so illegal immigrants can come over here and get food stamps and WIC. And let me tell you what's so fucked up about that shit. Let's get on that shit. If y'all niggas don't think I ain't trying to go get some food stamps, y'all niggas is out y'all goddamn mind. Fuck what y'all niggas talking about. I tried to do it several times. This was a long time ago. I remember I knew this lady, she was like big time HR of the state. You know what I'm saying? But this bride I used to fuck with, she knew her. So I was like, hey man, once you talk to your homegirl, I gave her my information. That lady told my homegirl that I was fucking with at the time, this was a long time ago, she was like, man, this nigga will go to jail. I was trying to get food stamps. I didn't want no check. I just want some motherfucking food stamps. And this was a long time ago. Motherfucker like, man, you goddamn right I'm trying to get food stamps, nigga. That's my goddamn constitutional, foundational black American right. Black folks should get free food, no taxes, and a house. And we should get millions and millions of dollars. What the fuck is fuck you mean? Look, I'm just like goddamn TLC. I ain't too proud to beg, because I ain't begging because I deserve shit anyway. So I can't get it because I make too much money to get it, even though y'all taking taxes out my check so illegal immigrants can come over here and post up and get food stamps and WIC and milk. Nigga, milk is $8 a gallon. And we ain't even talking about non-fat, low-fat, and man, get the fuck out of here. And we ain't talking about motherfucking almond milk and all this other bullshit. And I can't even go get that. I can't get no public assistance on that. But immigrants can come over here, set up shop, have 1,000 goddamn babies, and get fucking food stamps and milk until the last kid's 18 years old, and don't nobody supposed to say shit about it. So I don't want to hear that shit. This whole Democratic Party needs to come to an end. Vote your interest, people. Don't be vote for people just because they look like you. You ain't never watched the movie Us? Shit. This lady, LaFonso Butler, she ain't gonna do shit but what she supposed to do. Maintain the system of racism and white supremacy and establish a system of justice. And I'm so sick of everybody making it seem like us, you LBGTQ, you special. Well, ask all those victims of Ed Buck if you special. He was a Democratic motherfucking donor and was getting high. Look at how cold this white motherfucker was. He worse than Jeffrey Dahmer in my opinion. This nigga was getting high, having the moist niggas to come up there and do drugs with him, right? So they going up there because they dope fiends. They want to get high, but he the only one that wake up. Every time a moist nigga go in there, they end up dying, but he wake up for some sort of reason. I don't understand. They overdosed and I woke up. Stop, nigga. And was doing it for years. Ain't nobody never say nothing. It was a big time Democratic donor, and nobody never said anything about that sucker shit. So I don't want to hear that shit. Just like your boy Clinton. Your boy Clinton just having a great time with Jeffrey Epstein, but they still let him speak at the DNC. So I don't want to hear that shit, and I don't want to hear no women talking about women's rights, and y'all didn't say shit about that motherfucker with Jeffrey Epstein just taking all kinds of underage pussy. But y'all got R. Kelly in prison, taking all his resources, wealth, everything. I'm not condoning what these motherfuckers did, but let me tell you something. In third world countries, what they did, with what R. Kelly did, and what Bill Clinton did, that's legal. So I'm just letting y'all know that. But since it's not legal in the United States of America, you do for one, you do for all. So that means you gonna lock up R. Kelly, you need to get Bill Clinton's whole ass the fuck up out the paint. This motherfucker had a nerve to make speeches. So that's why the fuck I'm mad, because I'm like, man, here we go with this fucking Mammy Imagery bullshit, playing games and shit. David, man, James Youngblood, please tell me what y'all think about this shit. I really think that they just trying to give as much symbolism as they possibly can, but they ain't never planning on giving up no type of tangibles, and they don't have no plan for black folk. They don't have no agenda for black people at all. I'm talking about foundational black Americans or native blacks, as Dr. Claude Anderson coined that term. We're indigenous to this landmass, so I don't want to hear none of that sucker shit. My last name ain't no Mobutu, so you got me fucked up, nigga. But I'm telling you right now, they ain't gave no type of black agenda. They told Ice Cube, oh, we'll talk to you after the election. They still ain't talked to Ice Cube. They still ain't talked to Ice Cube. I bet you they circle around and try to talk to Ice Cube next election. They keep fucking with black folk. I'm gonna go around to those goddamn polls and be like, with a bullhorn and be like, why y'all vote for these people? They ain't done nothing for black folk. So I don't know why the fuck you vote for them. You still broke. You can't. Oh, and if you make above the poverty line, you can't even go get food stamps. Motherfucker gonna be like, how you know, one? Cause nigga, I tried. And the motherfucker that worked at the county building basically told me, if you submit this shit, she's like, not only am I gonna lose my job, nigga, you going to jail. I was at the point where I was like, well, nigga, I just take my chances. Shit. Groceries is high as, and this was years ago. This is about 12, 13, 14, probably about 15 years ago. Motherfucker was like, man, I will take my chances. Nigga, I'm broke. I ain't got no ends. And that was 15 years ago, so imagine now. Niggas gonna be eating cold water sandwiches in a minute, because what the fuck else you gonna do? And if that shit is happening in California, and then you already know Los Angeles is the mecca of what Nevada does, so we try to mimic everything LA do, because we just think we want to be LA so fucking bad with this nasty piece of shit weather and these nasty ass fake trees and this caliche dust, which is poison that you breathing in every goddamn day, with a raggedy ass downtown with homeless every goddamn where, and now they got the homeless motherfuckers. I said, damn, y'all niggas, this shit is getting like LA. Now you can't even go pump your gas. Niggas talking about, hey man, can I wash your windows? I have to tell this nigga, hey man, you better get the fuck away from me with that LA bullshit. God damn. Man, can I wash your windows? No, you can't wash my goddamn windows. They got automatic car washes on every corner out here. I don't need you to wash my motherfucking windows. Get your ass the fuck away from me. Man, I'm trying to get gas and go, and I can barely do that. Like I said, I went to the gas station the other day. This nigga put two gallons worth of gas in this shit. That nigga was in the truck. I want to tell that nigga back, nigga, you might want to rethink your plans of driving that motherfucker and go get you a goddamn Toyota Yaris or some shit. Man, I was talking to this one brother, right? He Costa Rican. He was talking about how in death, you know, out here is such a ripoff, because he's like, man, I think I'm gonna go back to Costa Rica. He's like, I don't know why everybody keep trying to come over here. He's like, because this is some bullshit. I said, yeah, huh? You don't like this shit, huh? I said, so imagine what black folk go through. If you just coming over here and you working, imagine us. Who's been here since the antebellum period or before the antebellum period. Motherfucker. That's why I was like, man, look. You know what's so funny? I'm going to use this parallel. And you know what's so funny? They will prop the LGBTQ people that go along with the agenda. Well, our brother, Marcel Dixon, is a part of that community. But Marcel Dixon don't be talking that bullshit. Marcel Dixon be going in on their asses. He be talking about reparations, freedmen, what is owed to foundational black Americans. And you notice they don't give Marcel Dixon no type of pub, no type of he don't get no type of TV pub, none of that. They don't even fuck with him. It's like he don't even fucking exist. And he's a part of that community. That's because he's not going with the bullshit. That's one thing I noticed. All these mammies and sambos. And let me speak to my sisters for a second. Erica, Shawnee, y'all tell me what y'all think. Okay, your girl Kamala Harris, ski, all this motherfucking Greek fraternity bullshit. That shit went out the window once the bitch got into the office, huh? She ain't even looked at no black women since she got in office. That bitch is... that bitch done went from... she done went from Missy Elliott to the Indian lady and get your freak on. Molly Buchico. Get your freak on. It's like, how dumb can we be sometimes? That's all I got to say, man. How dumb can we be? And the reason why I'm saying this is because you can tell they're like, well, let's just appoint a black person. Because that'll send them on a wild goose chase while we do what the fuck we want to do. Gavin Newsom talking all that shit about reparations. Where the fuck is it, nigga? Because that motherfucker don't give a fuck about no reparations. Even though in California, 19% of black folk own homes and 62% of white folks own homes. And you don't see the economic disparity in those numbers? It don't take no mathematician to see that, goddamn, y'all got all the money. Don't hide, divide. That's why when you get to these court plantations, they got all these immigrants and mammies and coons on the front infantry. And then when you start going up the food chain, it's either a white woman or a white man that's a part of the dominant society that's in control of the shit. And they know what the fuck is going on. That's why they promote mammies, sambos, coons, all kinds of motherfuckers that are placed there to be the gatekeepers to maintain the system of racism and white supremacy and not establish a system of justice. You know what I mean? And then you got all just to let y'all know, there's a man named David Scott. He's 49 years old. He was like the senior VP of ExxonMobil, and he sexually assaulted a woman in the goddamn La Quinta Inn suite. They arrested his punk ass. That's because the woman was getting ready to throw his ass under the bus. See, I don't understand why people don't know that that's normal. They been doing shit like this. That ain't nothing new to me. See, this is what I mean. The dominant society walks through raindrops and do whatever the fuck they want to do. And then they place other racial groups in fictitious positions of power so they can maintain the infrastructure of the system of racism and white supremacy, right? And they know their duty is to not establish a system of justice. Meaning that the group that needs the most constructive help gets the most constructive help. They know that. That's why I don't explain that system to people. I give them books to go read. I don't have time to be explaining this shit to you. You know what it is. If you're a part of the dominant society, you know what the fuck this shit is. You know how you benefit from it. Motherfuckers be trying to act like they don't. You know, dominant society motherfuckers, just because they poor, act like that they don't benefit from it. Stop. Get your ass the fuck up out of here. I knew this dude a long time ago. And this brother, he had a Taurus with no license plate, beat up lights and all that. His license was suspended. I remember one time he told me he got stopped. White dude, he got stopped on Maryland Parkway in Tropicana. And the motherfucking bike cop stopped him and was like, hey man, you know your plate, I can't even see it. You know your license is suspended. He was like, man, I know, I don't have time right now. You know what? That motherfucker's like, well, when you get a chance, can you just take care of it? That's exactly what he told him. If that would have been a nigga, that'd have made that nigga get out the car, put your hands behind your back there to search that motherfucker's car. They done all kinds of sucker shit. So I don't want to hear none of this bullshit. That's why I don't have time to be looking at no Mammy imagery from no motherfucker. That's the equivalency to you working at a corn plantation. They appoint some black woman in charge. You think, oh, sister girl. And then she start treating you like shit. I've seen that. I've been in that position where I've seen black women that are mammies and coons be in charge. And they are the worst motherfuckers to work for. Because they will overly coon. And they will use you as a stepping stone to get to where they want. So if they got to sacrifice you and put your ass on blast and even terminate you from the corn plantation, they will do that shit to make themselves look good in front of a white payer. I'm just letting y'all know what the fuck it is. So remember that shit. That is Mammy imagery. And she ain't gonna do shit for the state of California. And she ain't gonna do shit, period. She gonna do the same shit that Dianne Feinstein was doing. Nothing. So I don't want to hear nothing about that shit. Like I said, where are the Larry Krishners at? Who's Larry Krishner? Look him up. 72 seconds, a documentary on Paramount. Look up Larry Krishner. He replaced the system of racism and white supremacy, and he established a system of justice. Meaning that the group that needs the most constructive help gets the most constructive help. That's what he did. And that's what you were supposed to be doing. Where are the John Browns, the Keith Forsyths, the motherfuckers in that book, The Burglary, who broke into the FBI building and exposed the COINTELPRO files that J. Edgar Hoover was writing? Where are those dominant society people today? Where are they? You work at this corn plantation, they smiling with you and joking and can do the Dougie and do that Travis Kelce bullshit. You know, see, first of all, Travis Kelce knew he wasn't shit anyway. But he knew as a white man, dominant society, if he were to date a sister, that he would somehow look exotic and eccentric. And it would draw attention to him and his brand. And then when he got to where he needed to be, he dropped that bitch like a bad habit and went back to his own. And look at now. Now everybody all disappointed. And I used to always be looking at like, did he want to get in the end zone, do the Dougie? See, they come amongst us. They partake in our infrastructure, the infrastructure of our culture. They use that and date our women, not just that, just be around us and get that energy and take it back. And then they become the center of attention because they can mimic black culture. And then once they get to where they need to be, they like Pink. They out of here. They start doing the music and doing what the fuck they want to do. That motherfucker look like Adolf Hitler. I said, hey man, that ain't a good look, bro. And I know that's offensive to the dominant society as a whole. Like, hey, you need to change that. But then again, who knows? I just don't like the way I just don't like the way he moved. That hey, don't use black women and prop us up so you get attention. See, they do that a lot. They do that shit often. That's why you got to give R&B singer John B props. You ain't never seen him waver from the music that he's done. He's been doing R&B music since the 90s. He does R&B tours with black artists. He could have changed and did the fucking Justin Timberlake shit, but he didn't do that. And you gotta give him props for that. Straight out of Pasadena. But anyway, that's my time, man. I got nothing but love for y'all, man. But I'm telling you, go look up this dominant society sexual assault motherfucker, David Scott, the senior VP of Exxon Mobil. You know why I'm gonna bring that up? Because they are doing a disservice to R. Kelly, right? But these other motherfuckers is getting off. And they doing all kinds of shit. They ain't just doing that. They just doing what the news are reporting. They doing more sucker shit than that. But hey, man, that is my time. Mammy Imagery. Go look up that girl, LaFonza, whatever her name is, Butler, and see if you think she gonna do something specifically for Foundation of Black Americans, like give us tangibles. I think not. I'm out. Guilty, nigga. Peace.